Future's now. Future's now. Oh shit.
So
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Dinner's pretty good.
Best part of my night.
Where's he at when you start this video?
I don't know.
Justice is served.
Solid pay-per-view.
Justice
You know the best part of this review was?
served.
There's a lot of good
Justice is
parts.
served. Justice. Fuck yes. Fuck.
Ronda Rousey's freckle.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
That was nice.
It's actually the first
Oh,
time I've
baby.
seen Ronda Rousey. I was just
Can't
impressed
stop
by
the
her.
future.
I just can't wait to see
stop
her do
that shit. You can't stop the fucking future. Have some.
She looks like just a beast.
Woo. Yes.
It's gonna be.
Shit.
It'd be intriguing to see if WWE actually uses her in a match, or they just, one time only.
Have some, baby.
I feel like if they use her, it's gonna be bad for the women's division.
Yeah.
It'd be good for us, but
Yeah, she'll annihilate everyone. Especially
Yeah.
Stephanie. I mean, ugh.
yeah,
Future's now, baby.
it's gonna be good.
Where the hell Justin go so we can start this video?
I don't know.
Future is now.
Last time he was raging somewhere.
Nice. You know how J-Man can be sometimes.
Right. Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh,
What's going on, guys?
hey.
You ready?
I'm thirsty. You guys ready?
Yeah. When you are.
Get ready here. All right. What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse. Alongside my partners Robert and Ryan, I am J-Man, and this edition of the Pulse got a very big episode for you here. We have our WWE WrestleMania 31 review. Just getting off the air with the pay-per-view.
Solid. It's a very solid pay-per-view.
You know, we had some good things happening.
As the hip kids would say, that good.
Good, huh?
There were some things happened here. Things occurred.
Amazing.
Things occurred.
Phenomenal.
History was made. There was some history made here.
Yeah, there
And
was
we're
history
gonna
made.
we're gonna go ahead and run this down for you. It's a little hot down here. Is it hot?
It's been hot all night down here for some
Yes.
reason.
It's a bit warm.
So many people. I mean, turnout for WrestleMania is always huge.
A bit warm.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bork Laser.
Bork Laser, guys.
I got fucked over. I got totally fucked over. Didn't even get pinned.
We'll get to Bork.
We'll get to you, Bork.
We'll get to you, Bork. We got
All
you
right.
covered, baby. All right. Start with the 2-hour pre-show. As we found out, WWE needs to realize that is far too long for a pre-show. 1 hour, perfectly sufficed. Perfectly sufficient.
Sufficient.
I'm a little lost for words right now, guys. A little lost for words.
That's normal though.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially after big moments.
You're in a maze of amazement right now.
You know, I've always said you were the modern day wordsmith.
Damn.
So we're going to start with the pre-show that we had here. I had 2 matchups during the 2-hour pre-show. It was in the second hour of the pre-show that we had here. Let's first get out of the way. Obviously, a big thing of all WrestleMania is the look of it, the entrance, the setup, the stage. Looked great as usual. Can't go without saying how great WWE's production team has always done.
Over the top.
Absolutely over the top. And they make it the spectacle that is deserving of a WrestleMania.
Terminator almost themed, kind of.
Tidbits of it.
Tidbits were Terminator.
Yeah, the
little-
WrestleMania was
little
kind of,
tidbits.
Terminator-ish.
Little tidbits. Yes, so looked good. Obviously in San Francisco or the San Francisco area for WrestleMania this year. Looked great. One to me, a downfall for me when it comes to the atmosphere of WrestleMania, the look of a WrestleMania, and what goes into the spectacle feel of it, and the nature and the atmosphere of a WrestleMania, which is what time of day it is. This WrestleMania took place at the latter portion of the day when the sun was out for 7/8 of this fucking show. The sun setting at the main event made a lot of sense because we had a dawning of a new era. So it kind of fit the
Sunset.
the sun setting on
The old.
on that. What happened 4 hours before? We had a new one dawning. We'll get to that.
Nice.
At the end of WrestleMania this year, So it looked great. The setup was all really good, and it looked WrestleMania quality for sure. You guys want to cover any of that, like the look, anything like that?
Looks good.
Yeah.
Typical WrestleMania,
Yeah.
just each year it's like they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Using these outdoor football stadiums, you just have the, place to actually build these just ginormous sets and
I think we got
spectacles.
the official word. I know Robert probably wrote it down. Over 76,000 that were on hand at Levi Stadium.
976.
Yeah, so definitely looked great. Stadium looked beautiful. First time I've ever seen it with packed with people in there because before they've had any 49ers games. So obviously the stage and the atmosphere and everything looked great. So everything obviously WrestleMania quality there for sure. We started off the pre-show with the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Tag Titles. We had champion Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, the Usos, Los Matadores, and the New Day.
Yeah, this is one of those kind of spot fest style tag matches they throw usually on the actual WrestleMania card. One thing I really was happy about is although they had a 2-hour pre-show, they spread some things out or whatever. It made WrestleMania flow a lot better and a lot smoother with only having 7 matches on the entire card and then having 2 pre-show matches instead of 1, spreading it out a little bit and kind of, making it easier to make room for segments, let things breathe a little bit, and let matches kind of run a little bit longer. So with this match in particular, normally if it was on a WrestleMania card, just on the card, it'd get 4 minutes. And they just, from the beginning to the end of the bell, it would be nonstop spot fest. Just, you wouldn't even know who was in and out, who was tagged, whatever. This got 10 minutes. This was great. The fans were completely behind Cesaro and Kidd, 100%. The New Day continuing to get booed like no other. Tidbit of this, one of the Usos, I can't remember, I don't remember which one it was really actually hurt for this match, and I think they kind of...
It was Jay.
Yeah, was it Jay? They kind of took him out in the beginning of the match, kind of made it look like he got hurt, and then took him out of the match, so Jay Uso ended up, was it Jim? I don't know.
Jimmy was by
Jimmy, the one was in it, okay. Jimmy, whoever was in it, he ended up carrying the match for his team, and did quite a few things, quite a few spots and different things. The majority of this match was just a giant spot fest. But ended up with Kidd and Cesaro getting the win. I can't remember exactly how it was the finish was. Do you guys?
They actually did a I think I guess it would have been Jimmy did a splash off the top, but while he was jumping, Cesaro tagged
That's
in
right.
and became a legal man and threw one of the Usos
Right.
off and went for the pin.
It was just kind of a sketch. Yeah, so one of the Usos did a move, and then Cesaro got the pin on him. Me and J-Man over here still wishing on that matching gear and name. Come on now.
Seemed to do it.
Come on now.
What was that name?
What was the name?
Brass Ring Club.
Brass Ring Club. They are kind of working it together, wearing like some kind of matchy, jackets and stuff. But
a shirt.
Maybe they got a shirt, but in overall actuality, if they're gonna have these throw together teams, they did it with Austin and Pillman. They wore matching gear and became the Hollywood Blondes, and that team was great. And then they found out they were great and split them up.
Yep.
So, but yeah. Like I said, pretty good match for a pre-show match, and I'm glad they kind of split these up and put it on a pre-show and gave it a little time.
Yeah, fun start there, and what really started a solid night. Not really a lot of overachieving, amazing matchups, but things that were really solid throughout the entire night here, and that started there in that 4-way. Next up, we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, which Robert will go ahead and cover for you.
Just having this again at WrestleMania, hoping they would do something bigger with it. Pre-show, it's okay, what's this going to give us? Having Curtis Axel continue talking about not being eliminated from the Royal Rumble. 40-some days he's still in the Rumble. It's getting old. As a Curtis Axel fan, it's getting old. End it. Finally, just everybody ganged up, picked him up, and just took him over the ring. And everybody ended up eliminating him. Seeing the big guys in this match, the Canes and the Big Shows, Titus O'Neil's kind of dominant a little bit, kind of eliminating everybody. Looking to see what was going to happen, with Sandow and Miz, having that kind of finally blow up. And was it Sandow? He eliminated, Miz got eliminated by Sandow to kind of end those two together, leaving Sandow and the Big Show. So you kind of knew what was going to happen, but you just a little bit like, I wonder if. He tried, but he couldn't succeed with that. So the Big Show ended up eliminating Sandow. And at one time being advertised as Andre's son, the Big Show, the Giant at the time.
Robert pulling his WCW job.
Comes out and wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal 2.
Yeah, fitting for obviously, Big Show to win that. Would have thought he might have won it the first year. But
Should have won it the first
doing
year.
doing the Andre pose, the arms folded over. So kind of a cool ending there, but obviously the dissension with Sandow and Miz continuing and obviously kind of imploding there.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of the Dre. First match on the official card started out definitely hot here. We had the ladder match for the Intercontinental title with Bad News Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, Stardust, and R-Truth.
Yeah, I mean, this was great. This has become one of the stock things WWE tries to do every year. They try to implement some kind of multi-man ladder match, whether it's a Money in the Bank or a tag title or whatever. This year it was for the Intercontinental title, and I feel like they're trying to do is establish the mid-card titles now as important. I think that's something that I've seen online and being talked about over the recent months is you have a lot of talent, but you want to run down a good feud in your main event, or you have a Brock Lesnar who's doesn't work every show. He works 5 matches a year, if that, and 3, whatever it is. Yeah, for sure, whatever it is, and you don't have your world champion on there. Well, you have to have some kind of championship. You have to have something. So this match was awesome. They had a bunch of great spots. It was like a ladder style match, and like always, Ambrose went through a ladder powerbomb on the outside and looked like he got folded up. There was a bunch of great spots where Daniel Bryan was doing had someone's leg locked into a ladder and was kicking him in the chest. I don't know if it was Barrett. Barrett was just swinging elbows and bullhammering everybody. And there was just dive spots and different things, and it was pretty great. The end of this match was pretty awesome. It was Ziggler and Daniel Bryan up on the top of the ladder, and they were kind of just going back and forth at it, and then all of a sudden they just start dual headbutting each other, like some stuff
great.
you would straight see in Ring of Honor, like.
Yep.
Just dual headbutting each other for 10 straight seconds, just headbutting each other. Finally, Dolph couldn't deal with the goat head anymore, and kind of took a hard spot and then fell off, and Daniel Bryan ended up getting the title and taking it down, and it was great, and it was good to see Daniel Bryan. Obviously, the fans, didn't shit on the main event for obviously Daniel Bryan not being in it because they shit on it for other reasons, but they gave Daniel Bryan a title here, and this was a smart move, and I think the right move on WWE's behalf to put it on a guy who's established and the fans really like, and I could really see over the next months going into the summer this title be elevated by Daniel Bryan in matches with Dolph Ziggler, which is clearly looks like the direction they're going to take this. So good ladder match here, and it was a pretty stock style ladder match for WrestleMania.
Yeah, good stuff there and a great way to start off the card. Next up, we have 2 of absolute J-Man boys here. We have Seth Rollins going up against Randy Orton. This has been a dream match of mine for a very, very long time, as I talked about in the pre-show, or in the preview. Just both knew these guys were out there to have one goal in mind, which is to potentially steal the show. They both have the ability and the talent and the skill to go out there and do so. And they executed an outstanding match. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I felt it met my expectations. Obviously, yeah, these guys can go out there and have 10 matches, and 2 of them will be like, okay, we're clicking, and then they can just go out there and blow the house down. So I mean, if you give these guys more opportunities, yeah, they could have some better stuff. But as far as a first one-on-one big outing, this was some good stuff, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. They worked well together, chemistry-wise, outstanding. And Seth Rollins, who we mentioned time and time again, a guy that just has chemistry with everyone and can work with anyone and can mold into different styles, can formulate himself into a matchup with a guy that you might not think that okay, anything's going to work out here. He'll make it great, and that's what the greats do, and that's what Seth Rollins is. So yeah, and then getting to this final spot here, we were envisioning if Randy Orton was going to win this match, it's going to be with some sick, nasty-ass fucking RKO. And that's exactly what we got here. With the athleticism of a Seth Rollins, who's bar none one of the most athletic professional wrestlers in the entire world. Going for the curb stomp. We had the curb stomp. Had a lot of false finishes in this matchup. It really made it flow great. And doing the curb stomp spot there and jumping off of Randy's back and Randy just stiffening it up. Rollins going off like a damn trampoline straight up in the air and hitting the RKO and the 1-2-3 for a Randy Orton win here. Great stuff.
Explaining it doesn't
No,
do it justice.
we can't.
You need to find this
Yeah, if you
RKO. It's
have
on
not-
the list of the top of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
It's up there in the top.
There has been some absolute,
three, top
absolute,
four?
easily. There has been some absolute tremendous ones. They've found ways to put him into some outstanding situations when it comes to that RKO. It's such a great move, one of the best finishers of all time. The cutter, obviously, but he makes it his own, and this one is definitely up there because this is fantastic. As soon as we first saw it, it's just like one of those things like, oh, can we see 18 million replays of that, please? Because I just want to see how they fucking pulled that off. Because in live mode, it was, again, you can't explain it. If you haven't seen it, go out of your way to do so because it was outstanding. Love this match.
It's worth the $9.99 a month to get the network just to see that move.
Absolutely. But yeah, these are my boys, and they absolutely delivered here. And Randy Orton getting the win off that just absolutely disgusting ass RKO. Good stuff, flowed well, chemistry out the ass. So hopefully, maybe see that continue down the road. Maybe on a bigger scale now. Maybe on a bigger scale we could see that at now. But good stuff there, and again, continue the solid, performances here, and that we will see continue on here. Next up. We had the battle between Assassin and whatever the hell, what is it? Vigilante and whatever the fuck they said.
The franchise.
Exactly. We had Triple H going up against Sting here. Had the entrances that in my opinion and probably our opinion got taken away by having it still be in the daylight. Somebody like Sting is the dark mystique type character that you're going to need to have in a very dark and gritty and that kind of atmosphere. And he's not having that, obviously, with still being light outside, but still very random with his entrance with the whole Japanese drummers and shit, and just to me didn't really make a lot of sense. Didn't really fit Sting that well, and didn't really have anything to do with his character too much. But
any of his characters.
Yeah, it is what it is. Didn't wrestle in a t-shirt, didn't come out in a t-shirt, so that's good. He was in pretty good shape for Sting at being 50-something years old, so we'll give him credit for that. Triple H coming out, and we heard rumors of them doing a Terminator-esque intro here, and they just went full bore Terminator here, straight up T2 Judgment Day on their asses. Showing the whole landscape of San Francisco and it all fucked up and Judgment Day looking shit and having, Arnold on there and it's time to play the game. It's like, okay, that's a little overboard. And then we continued to see it go overboard with Triple H and the fucking cyborgs come up the fucking
Killers.
thing and had the stormtrooper looking motherfuckers come out with the guns and shit and Triple H coming up with the fucking weird radar eye and shit. Obviously, they always make Triple H's entrances, spectacles and stuff like that. We've seen some great ones, so it's kind of hard to top some of those. One comes to mind, WrestleMania 27, when they had For Whom the Fucking Bell Tolls play him out, with the fucking guard of guys come out when he came out to face The Undertaker. Last year's WrestleMania 30 was like a goddamn movie with all the actually using NXT divas, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Alexa Bliss, all sitting outside of the throne of Triple H. So that was all epic. This one, a little cheesy. Love Trip to death, but that was some pretty cheesy shit. But they knew they were going to tie in the Terminator thing with the movie come out in the summer. So it is what it is. Trip looked great. And this turned into something that we did not see coming at all.
Yeah.
We got into it. They were kind of doing some catch-as-catch-can type holds and stuff like that. They're showing, hey, you still got it, champ for Sting like 3 minutes in, if that. And, we got down to some holds and stuff like that, and all of a sudden we hear the music of D-Generation X, and Road Dogg and Billy Gunn and X-Pac flying down the ramp to the ring, try to take out Sting, and Sting kind of holds him off a little bit, and Tripp hits pedigree and kind of takes advantage, and again, DX gets back in the ring, and we hear the music of the New World Order, and OG New World Order came out with Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash, and held off DX, and we had a kind of Monday Night Wars face-off, and to me, being a huge fan of the Attitude Era and everything that went on with that, and just getting done with the series on the WWE Network, which if you guys have the WWE Network, go out of your way to watch that Monday Night War series because it's fantastic. It is some great stuff. The newer interviews that they have for it is great. I could do a whole entire video about the review of those. It's like almost like a 12-part series, which is great stuff. So just getting done watching that a couple weeks ago, and seeing this in here, at first it looked like it was going to become a train wreck with what they got going on, and then you go ahead and add in the best of all time, Shawn Michaels in there, and Sweet Chin Music Sting when he's got him in the Scorpion Deathlock. You can't fail with that. So that was great to see, having the DX shirt on and helping Sting with that. And we were thinking, are they going to add anybody else out here and turn this something? And to me, what it turned into was a wrestling Attitude Era history roller coaster, which is what it did. You know, you kind of tied up the loose ends. You had DX and you had NWO face to face, the OGs of it. I thought that was great. I thought that it flowed well. I thought that it made sense, and it hid the negativities that you would see in a Sting match in 2015. You hid that. And you got to have all the stars out there, which you have to have at a WrestleMania. You got to have the stars there. You got to have, you know, the old school guys there to show how big this is, and that's exactly what they did here. So yeah, you weren't gonna pull a fucking classic out of Sting in 2015. You had to make it a spectacle, and that's what I thought it was. It's the whole one word that I made this match going into it for a month straight. I called it a spectacle, and that's exactly what they did here. It wasn't anything in ring type things. It was what it was, which is pure entertainment. It was a lot of fun, and it had us on the edge of our seat. Adding Shawn in there with that super kick just put the cherry on top for me. That was some great stuff to see, and having Triple H get the win here. I know Ryan called it. He said thinking Triple would get the win here. Obviously, with what they did in this matchup, it made sense. Kind of capping off there's no other doubts about it. WWE is the champion, and this and that of the Monday Night Wars, and this, and Sting got his WrestleMania moment, got it with and to me, which fit a lot. I know Robert will echo the same thoughts here of Sting being WCW through and through, and you had the Monday Night Wars element of a Sting in there, so it made a lot of sense with that, and they turned something that could have been a train wreck into something entertaining and fun. And I enjoyed it. Triple H getting the win here. We had the handshake and the kind of rejoicing and the kind of nail in the coffin of the Monday Night Wars and everything there. So pure fun here for me, and it was entertaining.
Yeah, going into it, just seeing Sting and WWE at WrestleMania for the first time ever, having him talk on Raw last week for the first time ever, it was like, wow, it's here. This could be a train wreck or it could be a spectacle. What was it going to be? The match gets started, like J-Man said, kind of back and forth, and then when they started bringing everybody out, and you realize where they were going, WWF versus WCW, the biggest part of WWF at the time of Monday Night Wars was DX. The biggest part of WCW was the NWO. And just seeing it's like, back then the NWO feuded with Sting. Now it's like, okay, you know what, Sting, we're all WCW down. We got your back here. Right. Let's do this as as WCW. Having, Trip win kind of makes sense because of the WWF beat WCW Monday Night Wars. Now we beat him again. Because Sting was so entrenched in being the WCW guy.
And to not to cut you off, but you kind of put a personification and an identity to that, to the Monday Night Wars, and a significance of, WWF beat WCW, Triple H beat Sting,
right.
Nail in the coffin, there you go, type thing.
Yeah,
So.
You just basically end everything with WCW here. Sting got beat, but Sting didn't need to win this match to do anything. You sold it to us as a spectacle. It actually fit, having everybody who meant something to the era out there. Seeing Shawn out of nowhere, super kick, that was what Shawn did then. So it's like seeing them all in the ring, the handshake at the end. Would they set something up, DX versus NWO someday?
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope not. It wouldn't work now. But seeing them all at WrestleMania, Sting getting his WrestleMania moment, I still think he'll have more matches in WWE. But you know what? Just sporadically, maybe a Survivor Series, SummerSlam, and maybe Mania next year, like we talked about. Yeah. Having Sting go in the Hall of Fame next year and then wrestle one last match at Mania, to end his career that way, I could see that. But it was nice seeing the spectacle they made of this.
Yeah, exactly. Echo everything these guys said here, for sure. And I think it was originally, to me, I was completely against this match. I thought the whole idea of this match was awful. I just didn't like this match, the idea of it, when I thought about it on paper. It came off to me more as like they just wanted to throw Sting in there and a Triple H and just have it be like a dream match thing. And the more it got closer to WrestleMania and the more it culminated with this match, to me it just wasn't really more of a dream match thing. It just came out at storyline base as a WCW, WWE kind of thing, modern day with Sting as being the guy who's through and through, and Triple H being the guy through and through who never switched brands, and they stuck with their company and did their thing, and then you have all these guys come out there and cause this big old scene and spectacle, and it was fun and it was entertaining, and I wasn't looking forward to some spectacular wrestling match. It was okay in the beginning, but them coming out and doing the stuff that they did was completely fine and completely added to this show. And it's being older and getting older as a wrestling fan, starting to realize that it's not always about just the wrestling anymore. Yep. at WrestleMania to a fan who's been a fan for a long time and who went to that stage where I watched when I was little and I loved the stars when I was little, and then got to the stage where I was a teenager and I'm like, fuck these stars, all I want to see is guys wrestle, and then all I did was watch independent wrestling, and that was my thing. And becoming older and being the age I am now in my early 20s, I enjoy the spectacle of big things happening and the stars, and then you have your good match here, and then you have your your characters, and then you have your storyline with this one, and then you have your your moment that you really want to see, and it's that's how WrestleMania has culminated over the last couple of years, and realizing that is a cool thing, and seeing this was awesome, and it's nothing to be mad about. So, in my opinion.
Next up, we just had a little segment here after Daniel Bryan winning the Intercontinental title in that ladder match. Just had an interview here with Marina Menounos. God damn it. Had former IC. She's just like Michelle Beadle. I can't fucking stand Michelle Beadle. She just comes off fucking annoying. Had former IC champions come in. You had Piper. You had Pat Patterson, the first IC champion. You had Ricky Steamboat. And then you had Bret Hart come in.
Ric Flair
come in. So you had obviously a huge endorsement of a great worker and a great talent.
Wait.
Damn!
Oh, and obviously Ron Simmons coming in. A great worker of a Daniel Bryan being endorsed by all these great former champions. So good segment here, and what really continued to be great segments on this show. Thoroughly enjoyed a lot of the stuff they did here, in between the matchups, which is another huge thing you have to have. There's so many building blocks to making great WrestleManias. And you have to have all the keys clicked to really have great ones. And I felt like as far as that thing goes, as far as the segment ends, in between and filling the gaps, I felt like they did a great job of this one. This was another one. Fun little, segment here with Daniel Bryan getting the endorsement for all the former champions, and some good stuff to see there. Next up, we had Team Paige and AJ Lee going up against the Bella Twins.
Somehow AJ Lee got knocked down, was laying on the outside of the ring.
We thought she got literally just somebody just drive-by capped her ass.
She laid there for like 20 minutes, and she rolled over and moved. I don't know how she got there, what she ended up doing. I thought she was doing some Mizdow type move, like she was just mocking what was happening to Paige. Just back and forth, kind of you kind of had an idea what was going to be going into it. Not very long at all. Obviously Paige looking strong. The champion, Nikki Bella, You would like to see the Divas title actually on the line at a pay-per-view like this in WrestleMania. We got what we got. AJ Lee actually getting the win at the end. Kind of made you really more intrigued. Why was she laying there for so long? What was going on?
It was very awkward.
It was awkward.
It was weird.
Like she's playing possum or something.
She was like taking. She would get knocked off the apron and then she would just lay on the ground for a long time.
Like you see people get knocked off the apron and then get all hot and fired back up and want to get back in. No, she just laid there.
Let her ball.
They panned down to her like 2 or 3 times, and it was just
did somebody shoot her?
What is happening? We would talk, before about the idea of obviously those of you who know AJ Lee is married to CM Punk, and it being some kind of just bullshit thing she was just doing purposely to fuck with people or fuck with WWE and just be like,
oh, how punk of her.
Yeah, how punk of her to just do something like that.
So, was Punk watching this, or was he watching a Blackhawks game?
I'm sure
if there was a Blackhawks game on, I guarantee you he's watching a Blackhawks game.
I
would say he probably tuned in to see his wife at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm sure he definitely watched. And
he probably got a little chuckle and a little enjoyment out of the last ending portion of this WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. And, sorry, this was your match.
Oh,
I just took this shit over.
Yeah, no, I was just curious.
Hijack Robert.
We were just curious about the situation, but yeah, Paige, I guess, and AJ got the win on this.
Yep. Yeah. So again, your stock Divas match, nothing special. It had to be there. You always see the Divas matchup. You didn't have the celebrities brought in to take spots from deserving Divas. No Snooki. No fucking Maria Menounos on the card. So you got the people that were running the Divas division. Good or not, they were in there and they got their time, to shine here. If you really want to say that, at WrestleMania, and a deserving spot for these 4 here. Next up, we had the Hall of Fame spot up here with, introducing to the WrestleMania crowd all the Hall of Fame inductees. Me and my fiance sat there for the 4-hour ceremony on Saturday night. Holy cow. It's one of those things where you just keep watching and you're like, wow, this is going to get some time. But again, on the WWE Network, they don't give a fuck. Go as long as you want. They're not on, TV anymore. You got that little 1-hour excerpt of everybody where you really don't get a true feel of the fucking ceremony and that me and Robert attending WrestleMania 25 and seeing So we'll see Austin get inducted and all
Coco
the
Beware.
Ricky Steamboat, all those great names get inducted. It's a fun time, and it's a great atmosphere to be involved in. It's very historical, and it feels good. So watching that, it was enjoyable. Were there some parts that dragged fucking ass? Larry Zbyszko, I'm looking at you. Yes. Come out of that rabbit hole and then leave, please. Jesus. Wonder Blaze was fun. Shawn Michaels is just fucking pure entertainment, as he always is in every fucking form. Nash with his last thing, you had Macho Man's brother come out and induct him in a great little part there, and a couple poems and things, and great things to say. Is very eloquent. Bruno Sammartino, who actually introduced Larry Zbyszko, which was great. He had a nice little story about him. He's just was some good stuff there. Yeah, Rikishi, they did a little thing with the Usos, which is pretty cool. Fujinami, which is cool. Had Ric Flair introduce him, so that was some good stuff. So a lot of historical. It felt very significant.
Under the pressure.
Yeah, the
And
Warrior
also,
Award.
and that's what I was getting to, which was really the very shining bright moment, which is a great use of WWE. Always finds a way to find something special and something that can make it significant feeling. And obviously with the passing of the Ultimate Warrior just a few days after WrestleMania last year, making the Warrior Award for Conor McCulloch, I believe his name is.
Conor the Crusher
which was,
McCulloch.
obviously, I think he was 8 years old that died of cancer. Very sad story. Huge wrestling fan, huge Daniel Bryan fan. So we are a Conor fan for that. Great stuff to hear that. Sitting front row at WrestleMania, which me and Robert and Kristen, Kwadi, unfortunately Ryan not be able to. My buddy was able to be there. He definitely deserved it. But was some good stuff to see. And Daniel Bryan introducing the father of Conor, which was extremely emotional. And Daniel obviously losing his father just weeks after WrestleMania last year, after that huge win and winning the world title and expressing the love between a father and a son. And that was it was a great moment to see, and it was really tugged at your heartstrings and really was emotional. And was some really good stuff. So all in all, it was fun. It was 4 hours. It was a lot of stuff, but it really it breathed well, and it was enjoyable to watch. So I hope that continues in the future. Hope they continue that Warrior Award thing.
Yeah.
I think that's great. If they keep that going, maybe you could do some sort of veterans or people that really had a significant impact on this world. I think that's really cool, and that makes the Hall of Fame legitimized even more. The names that go into the great talent that goes into the Hall of Fame, having that be a special little side piece is some good stuff. So. Hopefully for years to come we can see that, and hopefully they continue obviously on the network doing that, because that's just fun. I mean, it's one of those nights that makes WrestleMania feel bigger, and you make that and you let that time to breathe. It's some good stuff. So you had all the Hall of Fame introduced there, the inductees from this year. Next up, we had the United States Championship on the line with champion Rusev with that hard fucking ass intro. Went up against American-made John Cena.
I want to mention before this, they were showing a bunch of clips and videos of different stuff for WrestleMania and different things, and they had Cena on one of the late shows with one of the...
Oh, God, yes.
And he was talking about how American he was and like how American he acted, and he just cut this promo.
One of the best promos we've seen from John Cena in a long time.
Yeah, where he's just like, it was just like he was just talking, but he was all into it, and he was like, I'm so American. I go into Walmart and buy a 16-pound ham and a scented candle and a shotgun, and I'm American, and I'm all American everywhere, all day, every day. Oh man, I got the underwear and my dick's wrapped in American flag, and I can have sex with everything.
Rusev could red, white, and blow me.
yeah, red, white, and blow me some candle, or blow me some balloons
to fly the title.
Yeah, he was trying to cover it up, but it was funny. But this was great. The entrance for Rusev was genius. It was great. They had him, all these Russian soldiers set up, and Lana walk out, and then they had him come out in an army tank. It was hilarious, with the flag and everything.
And let me interrupt. It'd have been better if he could be able to drive the tank down the ramp.
Just all the way down.
Just down to the ramp.
Drive the ramp, take all the way to the...
It was hard. It was hard as fuck. Like, it was.
Dude,
it was badass.
He was straight getting it.
Yeah. Ric Flair real life.
But yeah, this was one of those just this was okay. This was like a decent match. They put an okay match together. It wasn't. I don't feel like it was any better or any worse than the match that they've had.
No.
It was just kind of an okay like style pay-per-view match. Legitimized the U.S. title a little bit more. Having John Cena win here, obviously,
and really, the title felt bigger even going into that match.
Right, they announced
the
it.
Intros and they announced it in the ring for the title. They talked the prestige and everything, so they really legitimized it there.
Yeah, it looked great, and the way they had everything set up and how they did everything. let's go for the matches. Obviously, it was like I said, okay deal, and they had a couple spots that were interesting and different things that they did. They had Lana throw her shoe into the ring, and at first I wasn't quite sure what she was doing. I thought maybe it was a rad towel or something for him to concede or something, but it wasn't. It was like a kind of trying to be a distraction, and then she gets up on the ropes or whatever, and Rusev, he gets thrown into her and accident knocks her out, and then
he was running to hit Cena, and
Yeah.
Cena just moves, and he just dead on hits her.
Yeah, and he hits her, hits Rusev with the attitude adjustment and just gets the win. It was just kind of it was okay. Well, it didn't hurt, or it wasn't hurt the show or whatever, and it didn't really do much either. But it was just kind of there, and it just felt like more just legitimizing kind of a mid card title a little bit more by giving it to Cena, who's been that champion for a long time. But yeah, it was okay and not bad.
Yeah, I think served the purpose of what they were trying to do there, obviously, and the title was obviously at the forefront of the purpose.
And it's hard to go over on Cena at WrestleMania.
It's almost impossible. So yeah, John Cena, after 10 plus years, is your new United States champion. So obviously, legitimizing those mid cards is obviously a key, and it's in the right hands. If you're going to be doing that and you're going to be trying to legitimize those, you got it in Daniel Bryan and John Cena's hands. So good stuff in the mid card coming. That's for sure. Next up, had another fun fucking segment here. We had Triple H and Stephanie come out. We were kind of curious of what we would get here. Triple H just finishing up his matchup with Sting about a half hour or so ago, or before on this show. Had him come out here and announce the attendance of over the 76,000 and saying, you have no one else to thank but, me and the McMahons and you for being here, and we own you, and we own the talent, and we own this stadium, and blah, 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 and all this shit. And, of course, you would have the People's Champion who would say, you don't own anyone, The Rock come out. And again, say, you don't own me, you don't own this and that, and, the traditional Rock promo coming out here on the big scale, the big stage after his, performance at Saturday Night Live, a day before. Coming out here, he makes the rounds. He's able to.
He's all
and we had to mention quickly, it looks like he's slimmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Not looking so much a Rock, but more like The Rock.
Massive. He was massive last
time. Not
time.
as much Rock, but The Rock, had the little face-off with Triple H. Go right on ahead. Go ahead and do that. That's fine with me. I would love to see that. One of my favorite feuds of the Attitude Era, produced some of the best quality matches. I remember that Backlash 2000 match. Anything 2000, the Judgment Day 2000 Iron Man match. Give me all that. Yeah, give me all of them. Yeah, just wrap it up and go for it. Love that. They had great chemistry. Had the little dueling thing there, and Steph, of course, and was brilliant. Just brilliant in this segment, as she's been over the past couple years of that just ignorant, just billion-dollar princess fucking role that she is, and now the boss. She's just brilliant. Triple H, again, just kind of played off to the side, like he's just like, what the fuck is going on right now? Just kind of like leaning back, like, Jesus, this is fucking hilarious. But Steph getting up in Rock's space had just awkward ass moments of just staring each other. We were like, are they about to make out? Like, what's going on here? Rock getting out of the ring, and we had shades of, went past the side, and we saw the Four Horsewomen, led by Ronda Rousey in the front row, obviously a huge wrestling fan. Ronda Rousey, in my opinion, the biggest name in UFC. I'm not a big UFC follower, not a big MMA follower, but to me, when I hear UFC, one of the first names that comes to mind is Ronda Rousey, with how dominant she is and the best women's fighter ever. As Stephanie said, which is totally true, without a weapon, the most dangerous woman on the fucking planet. That's pretty much fact. But we had Rock go over there and kind of play, and we saw the crowd starting to chant for Ronda, and Rock brought her in the ring, and just a fun moment ensued. Something we'll definitely remember, because this is some good stuff. Ronda is on fire, so to have Vince and WWE and Tripp be able to snag her up to execute this segment, and quite possibly for future things. Never know down the road. Ronda Rousey's a huge wrestling fan. She goes to fucking PWG show. That shows she's a fucking huge wrestling fan to go to those.
She went to a PWG show?
Yeah, she goes to PWG shows, front row.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she knows her shit. She knows her shit. So that's awesome. She's a wrestling fan if she's doing that. Lucky fucking bitch. I didn't do that shit. Didn't call you a bitch. Don't come kill us. So
kill him.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. He saw me. Agility. I can run this motherfucker around here.
Right.
I'll run the fuck away.
Smooth.
Smooth. Had just a great segment ensue there, and Ronda saying, or Stephanie going, this is my ring, and this is not an octagon, this is a squared circle, so why don't you get the hell out of my ring? And Ronda saying, I don't care what ring I'm in, this is mine if I'm in a ring. So having a little stare down there and Rock, saying, this is the moment that Ronda's going to reach down and rip your fallopian, whatever the fuck, tubes out and play jump rope with him. So it just was entertaining. Just a lot of fun stuff. A lot with all the segments that they had on the show was just entertaining and fun and didn't bore you. A lot like the past couple years where they were really cheesy and really just stupid and didn't make a lot of sense. You have a lot of, remember a lot of the Santino type things with Mean Gene and this and that, and just were just very cheesy and stupid. These served a purpose, had impactful players in them and people in them, and were entertaining. I mean, just legit entertaining. And that was here. We had do a fucking judo toss throw to Triple H and then hold on an armbar and standing armbar to Stephanie and throwing him out of the ring and having, Rock and Ronda, send the crowd off there with the, Rock send off. So it was a lot of fun and a possible setup for maybe something down the road. We saw it in the past, a couple months ago with Rock and Tripp and the little segment they had backstage at SmackDown, which was fantastic. If you guys haven't seen that, I think we favored it on our channel. Go check that out. Shit's hilarious and pretty cool what they did there. So possibly down the road, maybe a WrestleMania matchup, SummerSlam, who knows?
WrestleMania next year.
I'd be all for it. Go for it. I think it would be some great stuff and, would be fine. Absolutely fine with me. So fun stuff there, obviously, in that segment. You want to talk about it?
No, I'm good. You covered everything I would cover.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Ronda
Rousey is my soulmate.
He's your soulmate?
She's soulmate. I would lick
numerous parts of her body?
Motor oil off of everything on her body.
That seems dangerous.
She's got a nice freckle.
Where's that at?
Right here.
Yeah. You guys match. She have one here, you got one there.
Yeah. That's a mole, though.
Oh, never mind.
It's over here, though.
Oh,
shit.
It's matching deformities. Hey, you never know.
Oh, my God. Look at the side of his face. He literally is Brock Lesnar. He's like the same cut.
Look at that.
Same side. Like
fucking Bork laser.
Dude, how did you get here that fast?
At least you got your teeth, though.
Yeah.
You're not even sweating.
That's insane.
Yeah, I should be Todd down.
Yeah, oh shit, it is. Fun stuff here. Yeah, just another really capped off another just entertaining segment that really we got throughout this entire WrestleMania. So good stuff there. Next up, we had the battle between The Undertaker and Bray Wyatt. This was one I was looking forward to. This was one that really needed to go the right way. And to me, in my opinion, I feel like it was executed perfectly. Was it the best match that we could possibly get out of these two in whatever type situation you could get? No. I'm sure if you got them in there, a time or two, they could probably deliver something better. To me, I found it entertaining. I found that it served a purpose. I found that it fit both of their characters well. Another thing, it's the first totally not dark WrestleMania Undertaker any type match we've seen. Just not pitch black for the intro or anything like that. Not really any special intro for him. Didn't look any special type gear or anything. Had the hair grown out like a 2002 heel Undertaker, just booger red out there, just fucking shit up. He wants to go beat the shit out of Maven still to this day.
Eliminated him from the Rumble.
Yeah, he did. He wasn't happy about that. And he looked good. To me, I think he looked better than the last 2 years of WrestleMania. And as far as the performance, I felt that way too. Not to 29's obviously material that we saw with CM Punk, but as far as the look-wise of how he looked, health-wise, to me definitely better than last year. Just looked like he was damn near in a coma as soon as he walked out. Got himself in shape for this one. Bray Wyatt just served purpose perfectly, fully deserved to be in there with The Undertaker with what he has totally 180 turned himself around. Ryan brought it up and me and Quaddy were talking about it. Missed him on this review because I know he'd have a lot to say about this. Made mention of Husky Harris and where Bray Wyatt came from and what total 180 he transformed his entire career into to this great, fresh, new, vibrant, and electric character. It just brings everything out of you, and in his promos and his portrayal of the character, everything that he does is exactly what he says he is, which is the new face of fear, which is that new mystique. And to me, even in a loss, being in there to solidify himself, hey, I got in there with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. I was worthy of him. I was worthy to get in there with him. Because you have, in my opinion, I don't know how the system works, but I would say that it has to go through The Undertaker, especially at this stage in his career, to say, you are allowed to get in the ring with me. To me, I feel like he deserved that, because I think Undertaker can see that what fire he has in him and what passion he has in and the feel of his character and everything that he has. He knows that, and he deserved to be in there, and he served the purpose perfectly. Because in my eyes, of how this match went, To have Bray Wyatt defeat The Undertaker right after Brock Lesnar, destroyed and ended the streak, a year before, would further take away from The Undertaker's mystique and further take away from his lineage and from his, what is the word I'm trying to think of, his legacy. To me, I think it would. To end his career with 2 losses and then getting some cheap win, if it ends up being against Sting or something like that, to get in there and rejuvenate that character and get in there with a guy that's an old school type guy you would see with The Undertaker, a character you would see around The Undertaker, it fits perfectly. And it cements, again, everything has a ebb and flow to it. Everything, if you lean one side, it's going to have an effect somewhere else. You drop an Undertaker loss here, it takes off from what Brock Lesnar did to The Undertaker last year, which was obviously cementing, one of those dominant runs that we've ever seen with a Brock Lesnar. You take away from Brock Lesnar by having a Bray Wyatt beat him here. It's just a lot. It's how we are. We analyze every little fucking piece of it, and to me that's what would have happened here. So I think in a loss you still can gain. And to me, that's what Bray Wyatt did. You look at, Stone Cold Steve Austin, which was the best, loss, gain in a loss you could ever imagine at WrestleMania 13, and that submission match against Bret Hart, which, is quite possibly the most important match in WWE history as far as cementing that character and what he was. That's what steps you made here. Obviously, you're never going to get to that extent, but you made steps as far as legitimizing. And to me, I said it right in the middle of the match. Bray Wyatt's a made man. Because of what he did and what he showed here in this match. Was it great? No. But did it serve the purpose? Yes. And I think that's exactly what they set out to do. Undertaker getting the win here, had the fun little near falls and false finishes here. But again, the main key is cementing that new mystique, the new electric and just vibrant character that is a Bray Wyatt into the future as, that placeholder of almost, obviously not what an Undertaker was, but of that same effect. And to me, that's what they did here. And Undertaker getting the win and Bray Wyatt cementing as what he says he is, the new face of fear.
And the only way this could have ended was with Taker winning. If you look what Taker's done at Mania over the last few years, 2 matches with Shawn Michaels, 2 matches with Triple H, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, Bray Wyatt. Just that bell ringing for the WrestleMania match to start, Bray Wyatt went. And all the promos leading up to it, you see what Bray Wyatt's about. You see how he's able to cut these promos. Anything he did in this match was a bonus for him. It made him look that much bigger.
Right.
Made him be that, the face of fear. Having Bray Wyatt basically handpicking his opponents and then him basically challenging The Undertaker, and The Undertaker seeing enough in a Bray Wyatt to say, okay, let's do this. Cements whatever Bray Wyatt can do going forward, the new face of fear, the new dark side at WrestleMania. Maybe going forward, you have Bray Wyatt pick his WrestleMania opponent every year.
It seems like what he's already done.
Yeah,
he did it with Ambrose. He did it with Cena, and he did it with Taker.
Jericho.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. Jericho.
So and what's next for Bray Wyatt? Is it a Lesnar? Is next year going to be the world title year for Bray Wyatt?
Yeah.
That is all unwritten, but you see what he's done so far. Going from a Husky Harris, coming in with Nexus, and we're like, are you serious? Then when he redeveloped himself in NXT and came back, I was at first, I've seen on videos before, I'm like, are you serious? What the hell is this? But just what that character has turned into and just having them both laid out there and the referee counting, and I even said, I'm like, you're going to see a spider crawl and a setup, vintage both of them, and that's what we got.
That was a great spot.
And it was just, you see the turning of the tides, what Taker was to WrestleMania, maybe what, Bray Wyatt leads to.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was cool. I like this match a lot. The match itself was it was just like whatever. They wrestled a little bit here and there, did some cool spots, and kind of fed off the crowd. And obviously it's the Undertaker in there and Bray Wyatt, and try to tell a little bit of a story. And it was pretty cool and it was fun. But what I got out of this more than anything was that it looked like they really are not just. This match in general, just the show in general is they I feel like they're finally trying to go in a different direction with how they're going to cement their guys. Even have Rusev in a high profile match and have some of these younger guys get wins. Obviously, we'll get to the main event and talk about that as well. But Bray Wyatt being in there, and even not being on the level as, even to me, thinking, okay, well, even CM Punk getting a match at the time, I'm just like, this is great. I think the match is going to be awesome. It's going to be great. But to me, I seen him maybe facing a Cena or a Rock or something like that. One of those type of guys. The fact that he got this match, made me think, okay, well, they really see something in this guy, and this guy's going to be, like we said before, we don't want to say the next Undertaker because
no. There's only one Undertaker.
Yeah, that's his own thing. But you look for a guy who's that kind of character that they don't have anymore, that was around for so many years, and he's taking that placehold. The one thing that we talked about a bunch of times with this show was it was light out. You know what I mean? And for the entrances for both of these guys, obviously it took away a little bit of how the mystique of it should be. I thought the Bray Wyatt entrance was cool. I don't know if you guys mentioned that or not.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Yeah, I did. Too.
Bray Wyatt came out and had like scarecrows, and like when he walked by them,
they came to life.
He would touch
summon them,
and they would come to life, and they followed him to the
zombie
ring.
Scarecrows.
Yeah,
oh my god,
it was pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, that's that kind of character that he's pulling, and being in, and a good match here. And like I said, it's kind of what I expected, and it was pretty cool. And I just like how these guys interacted with each other. Not really the wrestling portion, just more of the way they acted. Like, the characters that they play when they're wrestlers, and they don't break character, and they kind of just do their thing, you know what I mean? There was a moment where Undertaker hit him, was it with the tombstone or something, or chokeslam or something, and Bray Wyatt kicked out, and Undertaker literally looked like...
Tombstone.
It was a tombstone. Literally looked like his body, his soul left his body, came back, he shit his pants, and then...
Came a little.
And then came a little. He was like...
Fucking
weird.
He's used every facial expression possible for those moments, and now he just runs out of them. He's just like, hey, Michelle, hey, Michelle, should I just go with Jizz Face? I'm gonna go Jizz Face tonight. That was funny.
It looked like he was like when they strobe lights go too much, and like people have epileptic
seizures. He's just like, oh god,
horrible.
Yeah, that was.
But anyway,
they
slowed it in. It's like, oh god.
But yeah, anyway, good match, fun, and like I said, the interaction and the storytelling of this match was what really was entertaining for me.
Okay, let's go ahead and get to this main event.
Get ready.
As Ryan made mention of the WWE's, which seems like quest now, to cement their new generation stars. They have to.
We did that.
They absolutely have to. The future has to come to fruition. We have to see new stars. We have to see the vibrant. We have to see the electric and the great, amazing talent that they have on this roster. You look at, back at the Rusev match they'd have with John Cena, a high-profile match. Did he get the win? No. Was he, in my eyes, cemented as a great heel threat when it comes to the entire roster? Absolutely. Look at Bray Wyatt getting an opportunity with The Undertaker. An opportunity. He doesn't have to win. He got the opportunity to go in there and be one of 23 people to go in there with the biggest character and the biggest... one of the biggest names in professional wrestling history, and to cement his legacy as far as that new character, as that new dark side, and that new character is going to be going into the future. And what we got here was the cementing of what all of us have known for a very, very long time. There are some very, very talented professional wrestlers that are out there in this world. You look at the independent scene, you look at the NXT roster, you look at even this roster that WWE has. There are very, very talented performers that are in the world of professional wrestling right now. There are very few special, era-defining, changing ones, in my eyes, that can really make an impact in professional wrestling. And tonight, at the end of this show, we got the cementing of, in my eyes, one of the most talented stars and one of the most now charismatic stars that we've seen as of late. But pure, athletic, skilled, professional wrestlers and athletes cement his legacy on this WrestleMania, and that man is the one and only Seth Rollins. In my eyes, as soon as I laid eyes on him back in Ring of Honor, I knew this man was going to be a star. I just knew it. It doesn't matter. I knew that at a young age of 22, 23 years old that we saw him there, he had every potential and every opportunity to be a huge star in this business. Me and Robert sitting there in front of 200 people.
Less than 200 people.
Yeah, less than 200 people. And Ryan saw him back, even before that.
Oh yeah, you were there in Age of the Fall debut.
Yeah, man up. So, we were there, in 2008, I believe it was. Yeah. So, or 2008 or 2009, whatever the case may be. But we knew, seeing this guy, you just felt there was something special there. And there's guys that are out there that haven't had that opportunity. You look at, a phenomenal AJ Styles, somebody like that who hasn't those type guys that haven't had that opportunity to get on that main stage like a WWE or WrestleMania to really cement their legacy as far as one of the best athletes and best professional wrestlers in the business. They are, but they haven't got to that, be able to do that. There's some people that are steadfast with the way that they, see things as being an AJ Styles, and he's out there whooping ass and kicking ass as AJ can only do. But there are special people that come through that door in WWE that, want to go in there and want to change things. And you look at guys like a Daniel Bryan, you look at guys like a CM Punk, you look at guys that have come through there that don't want to be the average everyday here and there type talent because they're not. And Seth Rollins is one of those men, and Seth Rollins cemented his legacy here tonight. Let's go ahead and go backwards there for a second because we'll get back to that. Starting this matchup, we had the WWE World Championship matchup between champion Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. A lot of speculation, a lot of discussion of how this match and how the hell all of this was going to go out. How this was going to go down. Who was going to carry who? What the fuck type match would we get out of this? And once they got in there, they locked horns. This was a very typical Brock Lesnar matchup where he took over and was dominant and didn't leave any room to breathe for his opponent. Roman Reigns, that we saw in here, got maybe 5 or 6 moves done in 16 minutes.
5.
And I think 3 or 4 of them were duplicates. And really what they tried to get over here was that he wouldn't give up. He wouldn't, bow down to the blah, 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 whatever the fuck. I think somebody else has already got that gimmick. I think he's now a United States champion. Might need to find something a little bit more original. But yeah, he was sitting there cocky and laughing and just got done with a set at Gold's Gym and is ready to just go beat off in a fucking corner while he's fucking, I don't know. Whatever those people do that beat off and go to Gold's Gym together. Fuck, I don't drink a fucking protein shake. I don't fucking know. Go watch some fucking, 1996 strongman competition. I don't know. Maybe that's what they do. They just go home and take a nap and just masturbate for 13 consecutive hours. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe that's what they do. I don't know what they do. I'm not a jerk off that goes to Gold's Gym. But Roman Reigns obviously looking like the man that, could not back down and could not give up and would not submit to Brock Lesnar's dominance, which, again, is what we saw here. As Ryan said, it's fun to watch Brock Lesnar beat the fuck out of people. It's just
especially when you hate the people.
Especially when you want him to beat the fuck out of that person. It's entertaining to watch.
Sports entertainment.
Yeah, no sign of this, again, as we saw through this entire build, gave any indication of Roman Reigns deserving this opportunity. Because I'll tell you this right now. I, in my eyes, don't see the finish of this match being the original game plan. It was not the original game plan. Roman Reigns was their guy. Roman Reigns was the guy that continued through and through to be the guy that they wanted to make as their face of the company. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Destiny came calling, and Destiny came knocking, and said, guess what? You're not denying the fact that pure fucking talent overrules Pretty Boy every fucking day of the week. I'm sorry. That's just fact of the fucking case. CM Punk deserves a shout out for the fact that Roman Reigns was in this fucking main event. A man who went his entire life wanting to be in the main event of WrestleMania. I had to get this out. I don't give a shit if Roman won or not. I have to get this out for me. As a man that busted his fucking ass for over 15 years, and all he wanted to do was be in the main event of WrestleMania, and you couldn't give it to him when he had performance after performance and wit a solid 434 days as the longest reigning champion in 20 fucking years, and you couldn't give that man the main event of WrestleMania when he deserved it time and time again, and you give somebody like this the main event, and what do? You have somebody else to come fix it for you, because that's what Seth Rollins did here. We had 16 minutes of Brock Lesnar whooping ass on Roman Reigns, and Roman doing his best cocky asshole, hey, I'm going to go ahead and survive this shit, because that's what I do. I can and I will, motherfucker. Well, you didn't, motherfucker, because guess what happened? We had Seth Rollins come out. Oh, looky there. We had a cash in at the first time at WrestleMania, in the main event of WrestleMania 31. And oh, happy fucking day was it down in the Pulse fucking dungeon, ladies and gentlemen, were we marking like motherfuckers. It's been a long time since we had a glorious fucking mark out moment. And oh, ladies and gentlemen, do we have one this evening. I wish we could have got it on tape, because goddamn, that right there, moments like tonight, moments like right there, where justice is served and fucking the right thing happened. Where you just face facts and you just go back to the fact that, you know what, if you're sitting there as a Seth Rollins who busted his fucking ass to get to where he is today, who was the MVP, no doubt about it, no fucking doubts anywhere, of the past year of World Wrestling Entertainment, the breaking off of the Shield, and they had their eyes on the little pretty boy to put as their poster child, well, this is finally a case where you were wrong. You can't overlook pure, raw talent that is just, people are entertained. You love him, you hate him, whatever the case may be. The character that he has gotten great at, that character is flawless. One of the best heels, if not in my eyes, the best heel that ran throughout 2014, because he did every single thing that he said he was going to do, which was go in there, be the best, and he was the best, and that's what he did. He broke off from the Shield. People doubted that he would be able to succeed, and those doubters were shut the fuck up tonight, because we ended this WrestleMania with a cash-in by Seth Rollins and a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. The pyro goes off, and the night ended with justice being served. And the MVP of WWE, and in my eyes, any MVP deserves the gold and deserves the titles, and that's exactly what we got here. Throughout this entire card, we got everything that needed to happen. Whether you thought the guy should have won here and there, the proper move for the future and for what is going to go on into WWE's future was served here. We had to have every one of these pieces fit to see what was going to happen in the future, and we got a great surprise here, because I wasn't even thinking about it. It was one of the things we were talking about, like, I don't know, maybe in June, maybe hold it all the way to Money in the Bank. We don't know. We were kind of doubting what they were doing. But at the end of the day, they pulled the trigger with what they should have pulled the trigger with a long time before that. And Seth Rollins, what is the quintessential perfect person. I mean, it's just the perfect person at the perfect time. He's on fire, he's he's upstart, and just wait till you turn this motherfucker face, because he's going to flourish there too. With the moveset that he has, with the look that he has, it's going to flourish. Because whether you like it or not, sometimes diamonds are hidden in that rough, and it's not always the one that's on top. You might have to dig a little bit deeper. In our eyes, we didn't need to dig deeper, because he was the one on top. And Seth Rollins, ending the night as your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Match was fun to see Brock Lesnar fucking whoop ass, and it was fun to see the ending, obviously, with the tease of possibly Rollins getting F5'd and then not winning the matchup and not winning the title, making it a triple threat and having the first cash in. And this is why we're wrestling fans. This is what it's all about, This is where you break the mold of dissecting this and dissecting that, and you realize that something happened that is exactly what should have happened, and that's exactly what we got here. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we are so passionate about what we talk about when we come on here, because moments like this that we don't get that often finally happen, and it finally occurs, and you can't do it on a more grander scale than WrestleMania. And I could go back and watch the last 5 minutes of that fucking match over and over and over. I'm sure I'll watch it 10 times tomorrow whenever I've got nothing else going on, because it's great to see when deserving people get what they deserve. And Seth Rollins got what he deserved as far as cementing himself as the guy. And that's exactly where he is right now. The future, ladies and gentlemen, is now.
Copy, paste. Okay, begin. Everything Jamie had said is just absolutely crazy. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever it's been, seeing Seth Rollins in a Ring of Honor ring in Collinsville in front of less than 200 people and being like, oh my God, this guy has it. This is the future right here. When and where, we don't know, but this is what the future of wrestling looks like. Currently, now, the future of wrestling is here. And if you notice on all these pay-per-views he's been on since he's had that briefcase, they talk about it. In his match with Randy, not a word was said about it. You didn't see the briefcase that was sitting beside the ring by the step.
It was early on the show.
Yeah, they barely showed it on the show. It was like an accident they showed it.
Yeah.
No talk was said about it. And then this match with Lesnar and Reigns, WWE realized after the Rumble, when the crowd reacted to what happened, I think Vince and then went, uh-oh, we just fucked up. How do we fix our fuck up? We can't add anybody to that match because we'll announce we fucked up. So they just ran with what they had and came up with some ideas, kind of like throwing darts at the dartboard. Where do we go? And it's like somebody went, "Hey, why don't we do a first time at WrestleMania cash in?" And I know it was during the match. I've never seen it before. Where he come in and insert himself in the match to cash in. But it reminded me a lot of what happened when St. Valentine's Day Massacre, the first ever Elimination Chamber, and the Rated R Superstar came out and
That was New Year's Revolution.
Whatever.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre. That was a while ago.
Whatever. When Rated R Superstar Edge cashed in the first ever Money in the Bank, it reminded me of that. What Edge's career went to is what Seth Rollins' career is
Because
like.
Seth Rollins reminds you a lot of Edge.
Yeah. It's just that moment you're like, oh my God, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up. And it looked like at one point Roman Reigns was going to get up and spear him. It's like, you cannot do this at WrestleMania. He's not that good. And they did it, and they did it right. Having Brock Lesnar not get pinned at WrestleMania,
Right.
the whole build-up of what him beating the Taker is still there. Knowing that only person ever to beat Undertaker at WrestleMania is Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar has not got pinned at WrestleMania since then. Makes building him to next year, whoever he faces at Bray Wyatt or whoever it is, makes that match just as big as this one should have been, could have been. But now with Seth Rollins, the future is now. We have a Seth Rollins, we have a Randy Orton feud in progress with the gold on it.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start with this. I mean, first of all, he came to. I wanted to just mention this because I found this interesting. He came to the crowd like he always does. Roman Reigns, I'm sorry, did. And at least 3 times I saw. I'm pretty sure I saw this. Like legitimately fans when he was walking by, fans like shoved his head, like palmed him in his head and like pushed him away.
Fuck your face.
And like hit him in the head. Like legitimately, this crowd did not like him.
Wait, who likes Roman Reigns?
Well, let me
It
tell
was
you
like
this.
it was literally like 90-10, and that other 10 just didn't cheer for anyone.
Yeah. I thought, and I don't know if these guys agree. I thought this match as a total, from when it started until the cash-in where Seth Rollins won, was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I thought this was brilliant.
Oh, I forgot to add one thing. Brock Lesnar during the match said, "Suplex City, bitch."
Yeah.
And Suplex City was trending on Twitter.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Funny though. This is these kind of even though you have 2 guys in there that are not notorious for being great workers, this match carried over to being one of, if not one of the most exciting to me, one of the most exciting. And I really did not see this coming. Maybe it's because I didn't see it coming. Maybe I was just not interested. This came out to me as being one of the most exciting main events they've had in a long time.
Yep.
It was so exciting. I legitimately thought Lesnar was going to win twice and Reigns was going to win twice.
Yeah, once they had that final flurry where Reigns was starting, and it was like 9:55.
Yeah.
And it was like he started to do the 3 Superman punches, and then he
Yeah.
went for the 2 spears, and I'm like, fuck me.
He wins it with this move at the
And
end.
he goes for that last Superman punch. I'm like, dude, he's gonna fucking F5 his ass, and he goes up for the F5, and then
Yeah. This
Crazy.
I love the whole idea of it being, Lesnar beating him down, and even though Roman Reigns didn't barely get any moves across, he didn't do much of anything. Him not giving up and him laughing and him being cocky and putting himself over and just making himself look like he got destroyed. He got beat up, but he came in there and took his shots and he did some stuff to Lesnar, and there was parts where Roman Reigns shoved him into the ring post on the outside, and Lesnar. Well, actually, the first 10 seconds of the match, Lesnar was busted open.
Yeah.
Underneath his eye was bleeding.
The first hit.
Yeah, the first hit. Like as soon as the match started, they were on top of each other, just pounding on each other, just beating each other up. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is not gonna be methodical. This is gonna be a straight up fight. And Lesnar did 10 suplexes, and there was like a bunch of F5s.
4.
And yeah, this match was the match, the most exciting match that had less than 10 moves total. Like not total as in total, like
Different moves.
like they were all the same moves, but 10 moves total, like almost throughout the whole thing. The rest were kicks and punches. I could sit here and be mad about that process, but I didn't. I was extremely entertained. This match was really exciting, and as a total, with Seth Rollins coming out, even when Seth Rollins was out there, I legitimately had no idea if he was going to win or lose. I was completely up in the air. I didn't know if Rollins was gonna kick out of a move or Lesnar was gonna, you have Roman Reigns spearing him, and then like it was just it was nuts. Like there was a bunch of stuff going on, and I didn't know who was gonna win, and they did I don't know, it was insane. But from start to finish with the cash in, this was, in my opinion, I don't care, the best match on the show. Even with the cash in total, the whole thing, so entertaining. I don't how many pay-per-views have we watched together?
I could, yeah. I mean,
a lot.
Yeah.
Has it been? It probably hasn't been 100, has it?
well, as far like with all of us watching it together,
Yeah.
oh, I would say easily adding in Ring of Honor and TNA
I guess Ring of Honor. So,
and WWE.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
of the 100
Hundreds.
pay-per-views
Hundreds.
we've all watched, 100 or so pay-per-views we've watched together.
Here in the dungeon.
I, as long as I've been here, never seen a mark out louder and more exciting than tonight when the cash-in took place and Seth Rollins won.
Now there was a moment that probably would have equaled it if we wouldn't have been to Money in the Bank that Punk won. It probably would have equaled that. But it was visceral, man. It was like
It was loud.
It was-
Everyone down here was hooting and hollering,
there,
yelling,
man.
screaming.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was
Yeah,
a good
it was
moment, and
great.
exactly like J-Man said, it was the right call. And that's the thing. When they talk about the internet age in wrestling with rumors and things happening and stuff, people knowing things and fans being able to speak their opinion and knowing when things are bullshit now, like. And knowing when a guy deserves something and they push a guy,
Social media. It's
the social media and has helped, get a guy like a Daniel Bryan over, has helped a guy like Punk get over the years, and now has helped a Seth Rollins with the fan base that he has created when he was in the indie scene, and built up on that credibility and proved. And there was a period of time where I would watch a Seth Rollins on the indies and be like, this guy's got the look, he's got the workability, he just has the total package. The one thing that I just was like, man, this guy just doesn't cut promos well. He just doesn't talk well. Over the last year has completely changed my mind on that concept. He's become, if not one of the best promo cutters in WWE. It's easily the best heel in all of WWE.
Yep.
Like, everything about the aura of this guy right now is perfect for where, like, this is when it needed to happen. And at WrestleMania, the cash-in, we've talked about it for years since Money in the Bank has happened, about a cash-in happening at WrestleMania, and it's never happened. It finally did. It was the right person. It was the right time. Mentioning that Rollins got the pin on Reigns, so that leaves Lesnar open also as well to say he never got pinned. And you also have, Lesnar saying he had signed 3 more years to do more things.
Oh, was it 3 years?
I think so.
Oh,
Over
wow.
the next 3 years, he has a contract with WWE. So this is nuts. Like, you don't know what they're going to do. And the direction that they're going in here with everything they're doing with trying to solidify their mid-card titles, really working with giving people time and working on making young guys, building them up, even if they aren't winning high-profile matches. Because 5 years from now, the Bray Wyatts and the Rusevs are going to be the guys, and then you're going to have the NXT guys facing them in the matches, and they're going to be like, the same thing. And it's the roles are going to keep getting flipped and more, and getting these opportunities, and seeing a pay-per-view like this where the right calls were made, the segments were correct, and the matches were to the point. They did what they needed to do. I was excited throughout, and it was entertained throughout. I can't really say I was upset or mad about anything about this WrestleMania. It's been a long time since I really could say that, where I've just been about a match or something that I thought was bad or awful or just I couldn't absolutely stand. Even, honestly, they might have a different opinion about this, but if Lesnar or Reigns would have won that match at the end, I still probably would have been completely said with how that main event happened.
Yeah, you obviously had. They did everything flawless at the booking that match. I mean, in my eyes, one of the best booked WrestleManias ever. I mean, they did everything perfect. I mean, they just hit everything they needed to hit. They hit everything that's going to move on to the future. And this main event scene is, god damn, it's fresh. I mean, you could flip a Lesnar. You could do they saw this what they did at Royal Rumble with Lesnar and Rollins. Obviously, and Cena in there too. You add that in there, and you flip a Lesnar and having him go after a Rollins. I mean, it's so fresh. They booked it flawlessly, and the execution was just on point. Like,
good show.
no doubt about it. And everything just hit exactly what you needed to hit to have, in my eyes, what capped off to be a great WrestleMania. In my eyes, it was great.
Did we Larry Zbysko this video? It feels like I'm almost positive.
we
we did an hour.
Oh,
we've been on for an hour. I'm sorry, but we have a lot to say.
Me and Quaddy did over an hour for the preview.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
nice.
So we did over an hour for the preview, so they were expecting this one.
Especially with what happened.
Well, where Larry Zbysko went too long, we at least filled those gaps that he didn't fill.
We made sense and tried to explain.
Fill those gaps. We filled it. But yeah, man, this is why we're wrestling fans. This is what it's all about here. I mean, you have the times where you sit there through a lot of rough patches. But we are really. I feel like we are really on the precipice of something really, really good here. Because not only the talent that is really being cemented now, you look at the talent's going to be coming up soon.
Yeah.
Holy shit, guys. Because if you don't know what's coming up, it's a fucking tsunami of talent.
Check it out.
A tsunami of talent is coming up here. So
this is the best developmental talent class they've ever had.
Yeah, it is.
Is insane.
It is absolutely insane.
I think what WWE has had to do finally is they realized for the year the network's been on, they've kind of went like this with everything. They finally are bringing it up. They had to have a card like this to keep people entertained. I mean, people were, after Rumble, people were tuning out. People weren't watching the shit. They were like, oh my God. Tomorrow is the biggest Raw of the year, the day after WrestleMania. There's always something big that happens. Yeah. They want people to tune in. They want people to get the network. They had to put this type of show on for us. Yeah. They had to, once the show just was spectacular throughout, they had to somehow end it without just shitting on everything, and I think they figured out how to do it. So I don't know if they got a new writer or if somebody just woke up and a light bulb went off, but they figured out how to write a pay-per-view card that actually worked, made sense, everything was good. You've got a world champion now that is the future, and if you keep going with what you're building here, the next 3 to 5 years in WWE will just be insane.
Yeah. I can definitely say that I haven't been this impressed with an overall product for WrestleMania.
I'm excited for Raw tomorrow night.
Yeah, I haven't been this impressed with something they've done and I'm not just talking about a pay-per-view in general. I'm talking about a WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, they usually try to overdo it, do cheesiness, make too many matches that are just, and they try to do too much. It really took their time, and they slowed down and they spread things out, and obviously having their own network really helped them and not have to have too many matches and everything, in my opinion, I felt like worked really well.
Yeah, it just clicked, man. It just clicked.
They got it right.
It was some good stuff, and fun. Just great. I mean, I can't say any more than they just flawlessly booked every single thing just perfectly right and capped it off with one of the most well booked main events to a WrestleMania that we've ever seen. Easily, especially in this era, that could be
where people know things.
Everything.
Things.
You know that everybody was discussing like, oh man, here we go, we're gonna have that cash in. Well, what did you get? They made us not believe it. They made us mesmerized of, God, what the fuck are we gonna get out of this main event with these two? Right. What the hell is gonna come out of this? We weren't thinking anything outside of this. This is what we're gonna get.
Same thing with Sting and Tripp.
Yeah.
I mean, and even if you had the thought process of thinking, okay, well, Dan Bryan's going to win the IC title, Cena's going to win the US title, it doesn't look shitty to where it's like they have just some whatevers. They're trying to really make these mid-card titles meaningful.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since that has happened. And,
yeah. To me, this is signs of what WWE is going to look like being headed by Triple H. Because to me, I think he had a lot to do with what is going on this evening. He was not a Reigns guy. Who did he put next to him whenever he got in there? He put a Seth Rollins next to him. I mean, what did he want to do? He wants to legitimize, those mid-card titles. Who does he put him on? He put him on a Daniel Bryan and a John Cena. So, I mean, every right call was made here. And we had, in my eyes, what was, a dawning of a new era. And that's something that is going to be going on here in the future, and hopefully they just continue to roll with it and they just keep clicking with what they started here at this WrestleMania.
Well, last year we had Daniel Bryan in WrestleMania. This year we had Seth Rollins in WrestleMania. What's next?
End it with Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan next year. Go right on ahead and do that. That's perfectly fine. So this just
me wrestling Ronda Rousey naked.
Yes, I think people might pay to see that. Maybe?
No.
Like if you want.
Ryan would pay to do it.
No, I wouldn't even pay to do it. I would pay to do it.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
he said.
I thought you said, okay, yes, what he said.
He would pay to do it. Yeah, so just capping off a great night here and an absolutely deserving win for Seth Rollins here, and just fucking great to see. This will not wrap up our WWE WrestleMania 31 review. For my partners Robert and Ryan, I am J-Man, and thank you for watching another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse, the Pulse of professional wrestling world.